So right now this is the SunTech Carbon mixed with CXP. It's a long story. This is the 25% and no windshield tint. So I'm going to get some XPEL XR Pluses all the way around, and we're gonna compare that and see how that is. Okay, I just got my car back, got the XR Plus all the way around, got 70 on the windshield. Barely looks like anything. Should block out almost all the heat. Then we got 15s on the side. Before I had 25s. Film looks a little more reflective, dark in the back. This area is part of the hatch. I have that like super blacked out just because car headlights come right up in here. I'll do a full review video because again, it is raining here in Portland and the sun is setting. Haha, you know, sun, because we don't really have sun here. But you can still see inside the car. It's just a little darker than before. So 75 Arizona desert, 7,000 feet elevation. No AC. Just the little air that comes out of the vents. So when it gets into the 80s, I do have to put the air conditioning on, but the lowest possible fan setting, just because the vent from the outside is going to just blow in, obviously, 80-degree air, and that's too toasty for me, especially since I'm wearing all black and I have a black car. But Nevada desert, sun's beaming down, and you barely even have to use the air conditioning. So it's not too dark. I mean, if you're like in motion, you can't see much, but as you can see, you can still see the steering wheel and the shape of a driver. Other side of the windows. It does look darker when it's cloudier. Blocks 98% of the heat, so it's a huge upgrade. And then I have the 70 on the front. Obviously, you can see everything in there. Over the back side, 15%. Technically not allowed in Oregon, but New Mexico and some other places are like 20%, but you can see in because I have a light interior. This is also 15 in the back. Pretty reflective, so it's hard to see in, but you can still kind of see the steering wheel. So it may see some hand gestures. This is actually a 5, just because I want it to blend pretty well. Looks pretty good on the hybrid. 70 miles per gallon. Now I should be getting better MPG because I won't have to run my air conditioning as hard. Yes, you can kind of see it has a bluish tint. My old window tint kind of had more of a greenish tint. It was like a greenish charcoal, and it looked pretty decent for the color, but the clarity was nowhere as good. Like, this is pretty crystal clear, the super ceramic. All right, this is a review from a few months of having the XPEL XR Plus super nano ceramic. 15s on the sides, which you can see plenty out of. Everyone's like, oh, it's too dark, safety, you can't see anything. Well, this is some high quality tint. Pretty HD looking. 70 on the windshield, okay, to block out the heat. And yeah, so to be honest, putting your hand here in the sunlight, you can feel the heat. It's definitely cut in half, well, more than half, than no tint. But for some reason, the 70, I don't know if it's because it's the 70 or because the bigger glass conducts more heat, but you can feel heat easier through the windshield even with the XR Plus versus like if the sun's coming down onto the sides, because then it blocks almost all of the heat. You can definitely kind of see the, it does have a bluish tint. That's one thing that everybody complains about, but you know, your eyes adjust kind of like a camera. So check this out. Whoa, the blue went away. Now it looks normal. Guess what? Your eyes do the same thing. It's like if you've ever worn any type of sports goggles, ski goggles, mountain biking, motocross, any of that, your eyes adjust even if the lenses are like super red or amber or some other color. So definitely if you have a black car, you want to do the clear. Again, this is 70. Clouds just came in right now because it's Oregon. It literally just rains every single day. Almost June, and it's like 58 degrees. So it does kind of add more of a reflective finish. And one thing that's kind of weird, in some light, the windshield film gets this weird, like holographic kind of dirty oil on the ground in the rain parking lot kind of look, or whatever. It looks pretty holographic and rainbowy. So that's one thing that's kind of cool. But yeah, so this is going to be a mashup of my experience and how I've been dealing with the full ceramic and dropping over $1,000 all the way around. And I even took it to Arizona and Las Vegas, and I'll let you guys know if you even need to turn on the air conditioner. In the tent, I don't feel any heat. I definitely feel it. Skin's heating up. I wish I had an IR thermometer, but this is hot. I feel like my skin's evaporating. Kind of chilly almost here. You can definitely see the blue. This is with no dash mat. So you can see obviously the dash reflection. You can see the upper area of the steering wheel column. Big reflection there, especially when you're driving into the sunlight. Yeah, look at that. You guys see the reflection? This is what a dark dash mat can do. Even if you simply slide it over, literally just cut it away. After the dash mat installation, you're only seeing the reflection of the vents, but a lot more clarity and less glare. So here we go with the dash mat. Looks a lot better. Still a slight amount of glare. So yeah, dash mat just totally blocks all the glare if you have a bright dashboard.